4. Okay, come on now. 3. All right, 2. And 1. All right, nice work, nice work. All right. Hey, everybody. Travis here from Journey Fitness. Here with my friend Tony from El Salvador. What you guys might not know is that at one time there was a boot camp in El Salvador. Cindy, myself, Destiny, some others, the Master Antonio family, we all went to El Salvador to learn about the missions that they do there. And I'm blessed today because Tony's with me. He's here from El Salvador. He's only in Elmira for just today. And so that's why I had to film this so that you guys can hear about what they do there, what an impact they're making. And, you know, Tony, I mean, it was great for us to come to El Salvador. It was life-changing. It moved our spirit. We grew. We don't take a lot of things for granted that we would. What would you want people to know about El Salvador?
Yeah, first off, thank you for having us at your place.
Oh yeah, thanks for doing the push-ups.
It's an exchange. Yeah.
Tony's also down 30 pounds since I first met him, right?
That's what I wanted to say. It's an exchange of life changing. You guys came down to El Salvador, it was life changing for you. But also it was for me a life changing experience just to go through some of the workouts and diets and all of that from Journey Fitness. Down there in El Salvador, I lost 24 pounds.
24 pounds of
Yeah,
Journey Fitness
in about
diet.
in about 3 months, and it was awesome. I never thought I was going to be able to. I was 194 pounds, and when I finished out, I was like 169, I guess, or so, or 70. So it's just amazing.
Down from a size 36 to 32 pants. We're going to have to get a medal to hang around his neck. That's right.
That's what they promised, but they never got it.
Yeah, we got to get that medal. We got to get that medal today.
So, yeah, we are working in El Salvador. God gave us this vision about reaching out the broken. And so we started this broken ministry, is how we call it, right? Mm-hmm. And we're trying to reach out to abandoned child, impoverished families, ex-gang members, ex-prisoners, and if we're able to also reach out to sex trade people, right? So we want to minister them. We are working in 3 main things right now. The first one is very important, you know, guys. El Salvador is a very dangerous place. I mean, there's a lot of crime out there, and a lot comes out from gangs. Mm-hmm. So we are working this after-school program. We call it La Fuente. That's in Spanish, and it means the fountain, right? And we're working with middle school kids from 12 years old all the way to 14, 15. And it's going very well. We have people from our staff working with them, trying to get them out of that system, right? That they live in a community that is very affected by gangs, and some of them are already kind of getting involved in that. And it's very cool because we're seeing how God is working in their hearts, and it's changing their lives.
It was very rewarding. When we were in El Salvador, we had the chance to go to one of those schools. And it was, it's amazing to me. I guess we don't think about what poverty actually does, you know, how it increases crime. You know, we have pets in our home, but there's a lot of strays in El Salvador because they can't take care of themselves, so they probably don't take care of a pet. And even to the point where they don't take care of their kids. I guess they're just, you know, I mean, some families, their children are just abandoned, is what we're saying here, you know. So, you know, is there a higher percentile in El Salvador, or do you think it's directly connected to, you know, the struggles that are going on in the country?
Yeah, I think the Civil War has to do a lot with that. So there's a lot. I mean, enormous amount. I don't have the statistics right now, but probably out of 5 families, probably 3 of them are dysfunctional, and that is what causes kids being in the streets or abandoned or just being abused by their own family, right? So it's very sad, but it's just the truth, and that causes kids to come and just fall. I mean, in needing of love and people to hear them, listen to them, what they think, what are their challenges and their struggles and their hopes and futures and all of that. So they just come and get whatever the streets offer them. So we're trying to be the positive side of that. and of course using God's word and Jesus. We're telling them, hey, that is not what life has for you. It's not everything that you have to go for. I mean, there's this option, and it's a lot better. So you can become a better member of the society. You can become a better man, a better woman in the future, going through with Christ.
Yes.
Instead of just whatever the streets offer you.
You mentioned the sex trade, and people might not understand what that is exactly. Can you elaborate a little bit on that? Can you just tell a little bit?
Yeah. Well, it's like everywhere in the world, I guess. There's people that is being used just to they traffic with them for sex. I mean, it's kind of like prostitution or things like that. And that could be little kids and youth and older people that are just suffering and are in the streets being prostitutes just because they have been put there and their lives are at risk. They're being threatened by other people, right? That if they don't do that, they will kill their families or themselves, actually. So it's very sad.
I mean, first abandoned, and then maybe a gang takes you in so that you do the crime, or maybe somebody forces the young women into a sex trade. But it's the missions like what you have that feed the hungry, and are fighting to stop these things. And I mean, it's such an important mission. So, if you're wondering what you can do for Christmas, I'd like to suggest consider a missions trip. I'd like to suggest buy somebody some coffee, because this coffee that you sell right here, right? This coffee is going towards supporting what you're doing. Right?
Yeah,
we talk about that.
We call it coffee with heart.
We got heart on it.
Yeah.
It's being that's made into a heart. I love it.
Yeah. Cause it has a heart for people. I mean, we came up with this business, and this is something very interesting. Our hope and dream is to get to a point where we are self-sustainable as a ministry in our side, and we just don't want to be depending on people's donations all the time. So we want to produce. We want to get those donations and just become in reproductive way of getting more income, and one of them is using businesses, right?
Sure.
So the difference of this coffee business is that you're not just buying for someone else just to increase their amount of savings in their bank, or just buying a second house, or just buying an airplane or whatever, right? It's the money that we get out of these sales, it goes straight to an account where we are able to use that money in order to run this program. So I mentioned you the after school program, but we also have a outreach ministry through American football in El Salvador, which is not really normal there. But there's a league in El Salvador. There's a lot of people that was sent back from the States to El Salvador over the last 10 years, and they started this program of American football. It's a league, actually, and there's lots of full contact teams, and there's also flag football teams. So we're trying to reach out to these guys too. It's hard for them to come back to El Salvador. Most of them cannot even speak Spanish. They just know some words. So it's very difficult the life for them down there, and they are looking for support and network of friends and all of that. And a lot of them also are very decided to change their lives, and they were probably involved in a lot of bad stuff out here in the States. But when they get there, they say I'm done with these. I don't want to live that life anymore. I just want to do things right. And then we can come and connect with them and just introduce Christ to their lives, which is our main objective, right? So we're working with them on football, trying to build those relationships, and bring them to our third program, which is a church plant that we have there. The church is called Hungry. And we're studying that church just through Bible studies. So these guys come there and get to know a little bit more about the Bible, about God, about Jesus, and plan of salvation for their lives. And they're loving it. Yeah. Our staff is involved in the team of coaches for our. I didn't even know that we have a national football team in El Salvador.
American football. You always thought football.
We have football.
What we call soccer, right?
Right. specialty coffee from El Salvador. You know, one of the main things that we export in El Salvador is coffee, and it's very good. It's not just because it's my country; it's just a fact. I mean, for those that know a little bit about coffee, I mean, these coffees averaging like high 80s or low 90s on points on specialty coffee. So it's a very good option for you guys to drink specialty coffee, and you're not just making someone rich, you are actually changing the world.
You're changing the world with a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
We're changing El Salvador at least at this point, right?
Well, yeah.
Especially through those after-school programs. We only have one right now in one school. Our vision is to have one in every single public school in El Salvador, and it's gonna be just like the guy says, game changer.
Game changer.
Yeah.
Game changer. Yeah. It's kind of an American
society.
Yeah. Okay.
In the Salvadoran society.
Well, I love your game changer. I love the name of your church, Hungry. You know, you got to be hungry for your fitness goals, and even after you're achieving your fitness goals, I mean, we are mind, body, and spirit. I know that we're all hungry for more than just a physical condition. I hope that we're hungry for learning. I hope you're on your next book, but I hope that you're also hungry for, you know, what is it that we need in here, you know? And I think that we need God's love. We need Jesus as our yardstick, you know? I know I'm saying this on a Journey Fitness video, and you know, that might be a public thing, and I'm okay with that. So, you know, I think that it's awesome what you're doing. You're giving people that are on the fence, deportees, you know, maybe they could go this way back to crime or go that way. You're giving them a church, you're giving them a moral compass. You know, you're changing one person at a time, first the country, then the world with coffee. Yeah. You know, Tony, it's an honor to know you. It's an honor to have been to El Salvador twice and been able to do a part-time mission. Before we go, you know, there's people, maybe they're interested in buying the coffee, and we're going to have it at Journey Fitness, and I'm going to teach you guys how to get online and buy it yourself. Also, maybe you're thinking, I'd like to maybe go on a missions trip. I mean, it all started with our daughter telling us she wanted to go, and God bless her, we went. But it did. It changed all of us. What do people do if they want to go on a mission trip? Maybe they're wanting to
Sure,
like that.
it's very easy. Just go to a website that is, the name of the website is, or the address that you have to type in the bar, is weareenvision.com. And then you just look for sites, and it will take you to a bunch of sites that Envision has around the whole globe. But you go to El Salvador, and then you apply there. It's very easy, super easy. Just weareenvision.com, and just follow the steps.
Envision, ENVISION.
Yeah, I'm not really good at English.
I will send you guys the link with this video. You'll see the link, so you can click on it if you're interested in getting the coffee, going on a mission trip, changing the world.
Yes, We Are Envision is for the trips. If you guys want to come and help us out, put together a group of people and do a short-term trip. The one that we're promoting that is 7 nights, so it's about 8 days since you get there and you leave. So that's through weareenvision.com, and for the coffee is Envision Coffee. So it's the same word, just add coffee at the end. .org.
I think I would be
super easy to order that. Sorry.
Oh no problem.
And then you can get whatever of our. There's only 3 of them here, but there's a total of 6 products that we have there. So we have some dark roasts and light roasts too.
This is the one that we have at our house a lot, and some of our team members have had it. And of course, come by, have a cup of coffee with me anytime if you want to try it. You know, I would be remiss if I didn't
show the.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
That's the website.
Down.
There it is. There you go.
Is that right?
Okay.
Yeah, in case you didn't understand my English.
I think you speak good English, much better than I speak Spanish. So just real quick, just closing out, everybody, I just wanted to make sure they kind of understood some of the things that might be involved if they went on a missions trip. Because, you know, people are like, you know, what am I going to do? And there's all sorts of different kinds of missions. We got to experience your culture as well as be of help and, you know, make a difference. So what do people expect to do when they come to us?
Yes, we not only work with our programs. So one of the things that you could do is just to jump in on our programs, which are the after school program,
Mm-hmm.
working with these kids. Or, I mean, if you are a football fan and you know about football and you play football or you coach football or whatever, I mean, there's a place for you. We need people that know football in order to help these guys and not only teach them how to play football or making better, I mean, improve their football skills, but actually we want to invest in their lives to make them better men. Because that's the whole point of the game. It's not about football, it's about changing lives, right? So football is just a tool that we use in order to do that. So if you know about football and you like to play football, there's a place for you down there. And after that, of course, I mean, we partner with different churches and other organizations, like other non-profits. There's always something to do up there.
Sure. I remember we did some construction.
Construction and kids ministries or adults ministries, visiting orphanages or hospitals. We have lots of connections there.
Yeah.
We go and serve them. And
Very powerful.
to do that.
I know we wanted to take home some from the orphanage, I wish we could have, but at least you can show them love that maybe they haven't seen for a long time. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this with us. Thank you for being here.
We believe that the more we share this vision around the different countries that God allows us to share it with, the more powerful it becomes, right? The more momentum we get, and people is getting excited about it too. I mean, we are just about 10 people down there doing this work, and we know that in order to be a game changer in El Salvador, we need more support. So that's why we do these. That's why we are selling coffee.
Support. There's actually 5 ways that people can support, I would say, right?
Yeah. Praying. I mean, we as Christians pray a lot.
Sure.
Right? So that's second is send groups down there. Interns. We have internship opportunities down there.
So somebody wants to go for a few months.
For a few months, like from 6 weeks to 364 days.
Okay.
Yeah, internships. And those internships are mostly involved in our programs. Like, if you would like to be a part of this football ministry and then you can come for 6 months, that would be great. Yeah, and we have a place for you down there and everything, right? So you can find information about how much you need per month in order to do this internship in that wearemission.com page.
Mm-hmm.
There's all the information is there. And there's also, so I said, prayer, groups, internships. Coffee is a huge thing. I mean, and this, you don't even need to get to El Salvador. You just need to jump right into the website and just order coffee. The more coffee you order, the better for the ministry. And also, like, if you even feel in your heart that you want to support financially, you can always donate through the CMAlliance.org website. And there's a very easy way to donate. We're sharing with people. We want to expand the ministry. We want to be able to have more interns there, but in order to do that, we need to have more facilities to host them, right, and for them to be in better living conditions there in order to go out to do the outreach that we're trying to do. So we have this idea of buying the house next door to our building, and we're sharing this with churches mainly right now. That we would like to fundraise at least. This is for either churches, organizations, or even individuals. Mm-hmm. I mean, I have already received emails saying like, hey, if we want to do that personally, can we? So we're trying to find 10 to 15 either churches, individuals, or nonprofits, organizations, whatever, that will give $1,500 a year in order for us to be able to buy this house for us to put interns in there and just having, because right now we have one building and we have everything going on there. So people living there, we host groups there, we do our programs there, some of the programs, and the reason why we want to buy this house is just not only to provide a place to live to the interns, it's just to free up our ministry center for us to be able to bring these Bible studies in-house. and just get people to know us better, and just having them in our house. Right now, we have to rent a place down the street where we are running all these programs, but we just want to have them there, and that's gonna be good for us because we're gonna save money too. Instead of renting, we just use our own facilities. So it's $1,500 a year.
1,500 a year, or 125 a month. 125 a month. And you know, you mentioned donating. Some of us, you know, maybe we feel capable and able to go on a mission, or maybe we want to support those that do. Interestingly, on the website, you can actually sponsor a missionary that might need your help just to stay there, right?
Yes.
You know, so you can actually, you know, you've heard of sponsoring a child, sponsor a missionary that's taking care of many children, you know?
Yes, actually, we have that need right now. There's an intern that is needing to stay a little bit longer there, and she's running out of funds. And yes, we would like to have her for at least 4 more months.
Mm-hmm.
And
what's her name?
Her name is Shayna.
Shayna?
Okay. I think Tomlin is the name.
Tomlin? Shayna Tomlin, if we found her on the website?
Yes. And then you can go there and just donate directly to her. For her to be able to stay with these kids, meanwhile the other intern that is coming next year in March take over the program. But she loves those kids. I mean, they're deep close to her heart. She had invested her life in them, and that's why we're trying to find ways to support her. And thank you for giving us the opportunity.
No, thank you.
About these.
I know that you all know that we went on a missions trip. I know that we sent pictures. I know that some of you have expressed that you'd like to do the same thing someday. And I was presented with a very unique opportunity just yesterday to find out that Tony was actually in the United States and in our town, and he leaves this morning. So, you know, I was lucky to be able to host him here tonight, and I wanted to do an interview this morning because, guys, it's the best coffee I've ever tasted, and you can change a country and change the world by drinking it. Not to mention, if you want your own missions trip or to support or donate, there's a lot of opportunities to help, and you know, a lot of great reasons why. So, thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right.